Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am now. Didn't do a video upload yesterday because our internet was down. Right, so what do we have for you on today's episode? We have for you some worrying developments coming out of the team at Project Veritas, in which people with links to the Democrat Party and Democrat politicians themselves, Democrat activists, you know the type, the people who work behind the scenes to undermine the pillars of democracy and undermine the foundation stones of the United States and its Constitution. They are openly bragging and talking about packing the Supreme Court if and when Biden takes office. So without further ado, we're going to take a look at this, but also after that we'll finish with Time magazine has made the Biden-Harris ticket, those two people, Biden and Harris, or Harris and Biden, depending on which way you view future events. They've made them Person of the Year, just like they made Fauci Person of the Year not too long ago before, which goes to show you yet again that when woke leftists get control of something, in this case both the Democrat Party and Time magazine, they weaponize everything. But let's get into this video. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share this video around. I need your help. It's more important now than ever because YouTube is sectioning off independent commentary channels. So if you could subscribe, like the video, hit the notification bell, and share this video to social media, I would appreciate that. Okay, let's go. Over to Project Veritas.
Biden gets elected, maybe we'll add the justices because we don't know.
Yeah, let's pack it. Let's pack it. I'm about it.
We can't say that here today, but...
Oh, why not? Really?
Well, it's not the official. The official position of the party right now is not aggressively tactical. We're waiting and seeing how the nomination process goes.
Okay.
And then we'll move from there.
So in other words, they're waiting to see. In other words, the Democrat position is heads you lose, tails I win, or heads you lose, tails they win. And you know what I'm saying. The woman's voice you heard on there, that's an undercover journalist, and this is a real journalist, real investigative journalist from Project Veritas.
So if that means keeping the, low-key progressive stance hidden, I am about it.
I think that privately a lot of people share that feeling, but it's more about trying to prevent, conservatives vote on the court.
What do you think about
That's as radical as it gets. So he's basically let slip a very important piece of information there. He's let slip that, in his own words, the majority of people on the Democrat side, their private feelings, his own words is yes, they need to push the progressive stance no matter what. And I've often said about progressivism, this is one of those instances where Marxism has been given a positive, fluffy sounding name. The woke left often do this with all of their organisations and all of their public relations drives or events or whatnot. They'll give it a name that you just couldn't argue with unless you're you must be a bigot. You must be an ism and an ist because you disagreed with X, Y, Z. However, the definition of Marxism is permanent revolution. I keep saying that on this channel. Permanent revolution. And progressivism is always progressing on to the next thing. Always changing society, changing this, changing that. No one's ever allowed to question it. It's just Marxism with a different name.
Like, defunding the police and all that?
I think it's bad branding. I think that if you go to people and you say, look how much we're spending on police departments compared to things like education, and you can provide evidence, I think most people would look at that and say, yeah, there's something that's not right here.
terrible, that. So he's saying that police, to defund the police, he's up for it. They're all up for it, but it's just the branding. Remember what I said about progressives, how they brand things? I just said that a minute ago. If you didn't fast forward through my short 30-second monologues, I did say a moment ago about how they brand things. They always, this is what the left, the woke left, Democrats are very good at. They're very good at branding insidious things as if they're good. Look at all these and members. They are all largely, I should say, university and even high school students who are confused and just hate themselves. Do you really want to take money away from the police force and give it to people like that?
But when it comes to things like defunding the slogan defunding the police, the way that politics works, you're just feeding right into the narratives that the other side is painting about law and order and violence.
So you see, he goes law and order, he puts it in quotation marks. That goes to show you that the Democrats view law and order with contempt. And look, whenever someone does this, it's a sign of it's a sign essentially of disrespect. Like, I do it when I talk about Democrats and their, for example, I could say Democrats and their beliefs. Just see what I'm saying? Anyone from any side of the divide can do that. Law and order is not a narrative. This guy clearly is an ideologue. Law and order is not a narrative. It's something people want and people need to feel secure in their own home.
Right, so I think that the slogan is oversimplified and it doesn't help them.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion.
So what would be a better way to, like another better term, like demilitarize the police?
Demilitarize the police, and I think that also something about defund the police that's interesting to me is that you just heard, I forget what his name is, talking about police brutality in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Police brutality doesn't just, I mean, it might disproportionately affect people of color, but it's a winning issue. Conservatives can get behind the idea that the government is too powerful, and that it's using its power to bludgeon citizens who are they're violating their rights. So why don't we start being creative about the way we're framing these issues so that people who might not agree with us in theory can start seeing the light.
Your idea of seeing the light, my friend, is it's not light at all. It's darkness. You want darkness. You think defunding and abolishing the police, oh, but we'll rebrand it as giving more money to education. You think defunding the police is seeing the light. As much as I love the United States, you've got a whole party full of people like this who are gonna, it looks like, walk into the halls of the White House, the Oval Office, in January. Isn't that a scary prospect? Lord give me strength. Time magazine makes Person of the Year Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Strangely enough, how can two people be Person of the Year? I mean, remember what I said in my opening monologue about what was in this video, and I said at the end I would finish with Time magazine. Now, I told you that the woke left, when they get their claws into anything and everything, they politicize it and weaponize it. That's what you're seeing here. They've even stopped taking notice of simple facts and simple aspects of language. How can two people be Person of the Year? But that doesn't matter. Linguistics doesn't matter. Common sense doesn't matter. What matters is pushing the progressive narrative. Anyway, thank you for watching this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell and share this video around. That'll help me stay competitive with the likes of CNN and MSNBC, who will be the only choice you have if they have their way. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. If you enjoyed that video, if I could ask you please to subscribe to the channel, hit that little subscribe bar down below, hit the notification bell beside it, and put it on notifications to all notifications. That will just notify you when I upload. I upload videos almost every day. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow.